Polygon ABCDE is a regular pentagon, and triangle BPC is equilateral. Find the measure of obtuse angle APD. In other words, we know a couple of things. We have to find the measure of this angle, which is obtuse and not reflex. This is reflex. Okay? So you have to keep that straight. So basically this is the same picture enlarged. We have a regular pentagon ABCDE and an equilateral triangle BCP, and we need to find the measure of the angle APD, the reflex angle, the obtuse angle, not the reflex angle, obtuse angle APD, which is this angle. Okay. Now we can find the measure of each of the 5 angles of my regular pentagon. And how do we do that? Well, if we use this formula, n minus 2 times 180 degrees, and replace n with 5, we're going to get the sum of the 5 angles of my pentagon. So let's see what that looks like. 5 minus 2 times 180 is equal to 3 times 180 is equal to 540. Now, I am interested in each of the 5 angles, and each angle will be 540 divided by 5. It's a regular pentagon. All angles are the same, so this is going to be 108. Now, so I'm going to label this is 108. This angle is 108. Okay. I also know one more thing. I know triangle BPC is equilateral. Therefore, each angle has to be 180 divided by 3. Sum of the 3 angles of a triangle is 180. So to find the measure of each angle, you can divide 180 by 3. You're going to get 60. So 60. This is 60. Sorry. This is 60. And this is 60. So from the previous slide, we had this was 180, 108, and this was 60. These were 60 as well. Now, each angle of a regular pentagon, of this regular pentagon, has to be 108. So this whole angle is 108. If this is 108, this has to be 48. So similarly, this whole angle is 108. 108 minus 60 is 48. Now, here is something you really want to understand. PC is same as BC because BPC is an equilateral triangle, and since ABCDE is a regular pentagon, BC has to equal DC as well. So PC and DC are congruent. Arguing exactly the same way, BP and AB are congruent. So triangle PDC is isosceles, and these 2 angles must equal each other. Triangle APB is isosceles, and these 2 angles must equal each other as well. How do we find the measure of these angles? Well, it's not that difficult. We can take 180, sum of the 3 angles of any triangle, subtract 48, and 180 minus 48 is going to be 132. And to find the measure of each angle, I have to divide 132 by 2, which turns out to be 66. Let me double check. I think that's 66. 120. Yeah. So this is 66. This is 66. Well, let's write it neatly here. Okay, now I can find this angle. by subtracting 66 plus 66 plus 30 from 360. I'm interested in the obtuse angle APD, so let's write it here. The measure of angle APD is equal to 360 minus 66 plus 60 plus 66. And that turns out to be 360 minus 192. Now, 66 plus 60 plus 66 is 192. And from 360, if you subtract 192, you're going to get 168. You're going to get from 360, if you subtract 100, you're going to get 260. If you subtract 200, you're going to get 160. You're going to get 168 here. That's your answer. (168 degrees). So this is 168 degrees right here.